Whereas for the past, I think 90 days, maybe even more, I feel like for the past 3 to 4 months, I've barely left the house. I've barely left the house. I just stayed inside all day, not really being productive, not really doing anything with my life, except from this YouTube channel, which I think is just this great thing where you can just speak into a camera and you post it and people watch it and you resonate with people and people can relate to you. And it builds like this community, which is really wonderful. I think it's great for young men. Just that feeling like you're not alone. Like there's other young men struggling as well with the same things. It's like really helpful and beneficial for young men. I really think it does help. And maybe that's my purpose, you know? And the thing about purpose, that's what's lacking. That's what's lacking for, especially for young men. A lot of young men, they're lacking purpose. They lack direction. They're lost. They don't know quite what to do. And they're just, they're trying to find their purpose. They're trying to find a reason to carry on, a reason to wake up in the morning, a reason to have that fire in their belly. But they're lost. They're lost. And I wouldn't say they're lazy. I wouldn't say they're lazy. I'll just say they're lost. Okay. But once they can find that purpose, once they can find that reason, that meaning to wake up in the morning, to have something to strive for, something, to go after every single day, even if it's just a little bit, that completely changes your mentality. It brings life, it brings light, it brings purpose and meaning. It brings that, that motivation, that fire. Once you can find that purpose, it brings that fire back. And that's what's missing nowadays. That's what's lacking nowadays is that fire to wake up in the morning and to go after your purpose and to go after, your passion. And a lot of young men, they don't know what their passion is. That's why you can never write things off. I used to be the guy that, I just wrote everything off. Gym, write it off. Making videos on YouTube, write it off. Oh, it's not for me. How do I know it's not for me if I don't try it out? At least for like a couple days or a couple weeks. How do I know it's not for me? I've realized I spent so much time thinking about making YouTube videos, so much time thinking about my purpose and what's my purpose, that I just wrote everything off and I never really pursued anything. And how are you going to find your purpose if you don't pursue anything? At this YouTube channel, I spent so much time writing it off. But once I started, I realized it's something I really want to do. And it's something, I want to, in the future, continue to do for forever, maybe. And it's something that, I really resonate with, just helping out, other young men, women as well, if you're watching this, but especially young men, because I feel like they're the ones that are struggling the most. If we just look at the suicide rates, a lot of young men are just, killing themselves. A lot of young men dealing with mental health, depression, anxiety. And it's something I really resonate with and something I can relate to because of my struggles as well. I'm a father. I'm 22 years old. I'm a father. I recently got a divorce and it's been very taxing on my mental health. Very taxing on my mental health. I felt like a failure. I felt like I failed as a man, even though it wasn't my fault. I got accused of some very serious stuff that I didn't do. Um, I got accused of abuse, physical abuse. Um, it was a false accusation. It wasn't something I did. But she accused me, and I was unable to see my own daughter that was born recently, only like 3 months ago. And it completely just destroyed me, man. It destroyed me. And I'm fighting every single day. I'm fighting every single day so that I can see her. That's why you need to be very careful, with the woman you settle down with. She has the ability and the capacity to completely ruin your life. So you need to be very careful and cautious and very selective when it comes to choosing the right woman for you. So be very careful, boys. Before settling down with a woman, you need to know her past, her history, her relationship with her parents, and everything about her. Do you admire this person? Do you share the same values? Is she a good woman? Is she generous? Is she kind? These are the things you need to read onto, because you need to be very careful. She needs to be the right person. Unfortunately, I chose the wrong person. I knew she wasn't right for me, but I was scared to be alone, man. I was scared to be alone. I was afraid. And yeah, boys. I think let me go back to the main subject of the video. I kind of went off track. Don't write things off too quickly, okay? Try new things out. If you feel like you lack direction, if you feel like you're kind of lost, you don't really know what to do, you don't really have a passion, just try new things out. It could be making music, it could be going outside, going for a run, it could literally be anything, anything. Going for a walk, taking your dogs out for a walk, um, going to the park, or playing football, playing some sort of sport, martial arts, making videos on YouTube. Anything. Don't write things off, because you never know. It might be something you're really passionate about. Okay, boys? So do never write things off, okay? Always trying new things out, experimenting, not taking life too seriously, being lighthearted, being able to have a joke, being able to make fun of yourself, don't take things too seriously, okay? And especially don't write things off. And I feel like that's something that's really gonna help you out. Something that's really gonna help you, to improve the way you're living, you know? And it's gonna make you more content, it's gonna make you more happy, it's gonna make you more satisfied with your life. Even if you don't find that thing you're super passionate about, at least you tried, at least you went for something. And that's good enough for me. Don't be too harsh on yourself as well. Yeah, boys.